Since 1968, Mackie Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their number one priority. Find new roads at Mackie Motors in Lake City. I'm here today with the IKM-Manning boys cross-country team as they do a great job up here qualifying for the state meet. Kaden Keller finishing second overall. He's got to head to the award ceremony, so we're going to get him first here today. Kaden, congratulations. Heard your name right out there at the start, right at the top of the group. How'd you feel like you ran today?
I think I started out pretty fast, and I kept a good pace the whole race, so I think I did pretty good.
What's it like running at the front of this pack here at the state meet?
It's pretty scary, but it's fun. Adrenaline pumps.
You've seen the young guy from Woodbine that finished ahead of you here today quite a bit. So what was it like running with him, and did you guys run pretty close to each other most of the way?
We ran pretty close to each other for the first 2 miles. Then he just takes off. That happens every meet. And I talked to him before the meet and said, good luck, good sportsmanship from all around.
So what was your goal coming up here today?
Goal was top 3, and it was achieved, so that's good.
What was it like coming down the straightaway there to the finish?
I know I had someone on my hip, and I knew I couldn't let him beat me, so it was fast.
One of your best finishes today all season, do you feel?
Yeah, fastest actual 5 mile or 3 mile time.
So you set a new PR today?
Yep.
A school record with that?
Yes.
To tell you what, congratulations. I know you got to get over to the award ceremony, so appreciate you joining us. Great run out of you today, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Reed Henderson. And Reed, great job out of you today. What's it like to get a run up here at state?
It's pretty cool. This is my first year in cross country. I didn't really know what to expect. I'd never been to the state meet before, so the nerves were going before the race, but once you get into it, they kind of go away.
What's the difference between running here and running at a regular season meet?
Most of our regular season meets, well, I could stay in the top. I could stay in the front pretty much, but you can't really see more than the pack ahead of you, so you don't really know what's going around. I'm just kind of glued to a few people and just try and pace off them.
What was the start of the race like for you? How'd you get out today?
I tried to get out pretty hard. I can't really tell, but I was in the front pack for a while, and then about half a mile into the race, it broke off when you get into your little packs and groups.
Did you find some guys to kind of run within and pace yourself the rest of the way?
Yeah, it's just kind of me deciding if someone passed me, should I go with him or should I stick with this guy? I didn't really know what I was doing, so yeah, I just tried to stick with someone.
What'd you learn about cross country coming out for this first season?
Endurance is really important. At state qualifiers, I kind of got tired and I broke off from that top 10 pack, but today I felt like I was a lot stronger and could stay with the pack up in the front.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us, and best of luck coming up. Going to run probably next season.
I'm a senior.
That's right, you are a senior. I was thinking I was going to give you one more year eligibility.
Yeah, I wish.
Reed, appreciate it. Good to see you today.
Thank you.
Let's move over now to Cash Ewan, who's joining us here today. Cash, for you, what was it like out here today?
It was pretty nerve-wracking. There were a lot of people, a lot more than our regular races.
How'd you fight through those nerves?
Just started the race how I've normally started it, kind of run my pace, run my own race, make sure I don't fall behind.
Able to do that? What was the pace like for you then?
It was faster than my normal pace. I was got just below 19 minutes, so pretty good.
Able to battle through? Did it affect you at all that last mile, or were you still pretty strong?
I could definitely feel it coming around that last mile. My legs and my back were starting to burn up.
How'd you fight through that to be able to finish as well as you did?
Mind over body, just trying to do my best.
What are you going to take away from being up here this year that will help you in the future?
Get better at running larger meets, being able to compete when so many people are around you.
Do you put in a lot of miles in the off season, or is that something you think you'll start doing now?
I'm definitely going to try to put in more. I had an injury this summer, but this year I'm going to try to do my best to get in a lot of miles.
What's the memory you're going to take away from being here?
Just being with our team, qualifying as a team the first time in school history. So that's pretty nice.
Tell you what, great job out here. Great job all season long. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Let's move over here. I think we got Nathan Johnson coming up next, and Nathan got the glasses on here today. Were you able to wear those while you were running?
Unfortunately, no.
How'd you run out here today, man?
About as average as I do every meet. I was gonna kick it in a little bit, but I had a bit of a gut ache while I ran, so try to keep it the same at least.
Was that nerves, or did you just not eat proper this morning? What kind of gave you the gut ache, you think?
Nerves, but I did eat, I think, too much of a big breakfast this morning, so that didn't contribute to that.
Learning experience for you there. What will you take away from here today to help you in the future?
Use the hills. Practice hills. I live on a hill and I never ran it, so I think I'll start going for that now for next year.
What was this course like for you? Did it fit you pretty well, or was it a little hilly?
It was nice. It was nice and flat for the majority part, and there were a few hills here and there, and yeah, it was nice.
When you walked it today, what did you think? First time probably seeing it, I imagine.
Yeah, I was happy. It was majority flat, and it's different when you're walking it, because when you're walking it, you don't have to put as much effort going up and down, but when you're in the moment, it's a lot different.
What's it like getting to run with this group of guys?
I couldn't ask for anything else. It is one of a kind. We're all different in our own ways, and it works out.
Well, I tell you what, Nate, appreciate you joining us here today. Congrats on a great season.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Camden Morris joining us here today. And Camden, how are you doing here today? Oh, sorry. You guys are out of order on me. Abe, how you doing here, man?
I'm doing good.
Good. How did you feel out here today, Abe?
I felt pretty good. I feel like I could have tried a little bit harder, but overall I did pretty good.
How did the start of the race go for you?
The start of the race was a little fast, and it was really loud with all the spectators. And I think I started a little bit faster than usual, but it ended up okay.
It's such a hard thing to not start too fast. Was that something you thought about before the race?
Yeah, I didn't want to start too fast, but I also wanted to make sure I got out and didn't get stuck in the back.
Did you get jammed in anywhere, or did you get out fast enough to get out clean?
I got a little jammed in at the first turn up in the front, but other than that, I was pretty good.
How'd you battle through getting jammed in?
I moved over and went through the holes in the pack.
Did things thin out fairly quick, or where did you feel like they started to thin out a little bit?
After the first mile, it thinned out pretty good, and it wasn't that as tight at the end.
Where did you feel like you were running your best today? Which mile?
I think the last half mile of the whole race, I think I did the best. I had a really good sprint at the end.
Take us through that sprint. When did you kick it in?
I kind of waited too long to kick, but I waited till the last 300, and then I just sprinted past a lot of people.
Any idea how many guys you passed?
Probably 8, maybe.
Wow. So what was your time like here today? Close to the best of the season for you?
No, but it was okay.
You'll take it for running up here?
Yeah.
Weather about perfect to run in, right?
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, great job, babe. Appreciate you joining us. Now let's move over to Camden. Camden Morris now joining us. And for you, what was it like out here for you today?
It was a lot of people, but it was fine.
Is that something that made you kind of nervous, or did you settle in with that pretty quick?
I settled in pretty quick.
How'd the start of the race go for you?
It was fast.
How fast?
Like fast.
Fast? So did you have to sprint right away? And how far did you have to sprint to kind of stay out of the pack?
Felt like we were sprinting the whole race, but that's
Did
just
you
me.
really?
Yes.
What are you going to take away from that then? What's this experience been like?
Got to go faster.
Go faster? How do you do that?
Practice more.
Practice more. How many miles do you generally run off season and stuff to get ready?
I don't really run off season.
Don't
That's
you?
why- yeah.
So are you going to start running off season?
I might.
You might?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's it like getting to run with this group of guys that you ran with here this year?
I mean, they're pretty cool and they're good. So.
Okay. What did you learn from some of the experienced guys like Lane, who we're going to talk to, and Caden and those guys?
Lane's okay at running, so I just kind of follow him, and then it's just nice to hang around Kaden.
Yeah. Do you try to keep up with these guys when you practice and stuff?
No, not really.
Not really. You just kind of go out and do your own thing?
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today, man. I appreciate you joining us.
Yep. Thanks.
Let's move over now to Lane Sams. Lane, for you, what was this like up here today?
It was fun. Finally got to run here. Last year I was about 4 places off, so
Yep.
it felt good to finally come up here.
When you qualified, what went through your mind of finally making it?
I just thought about last year and how I just missed it, so I was pretty happy about getting up here.
What was the difference for you think, this year?
I don't really know. I ran probably the same amount, maybe more summer workouts, but that's about it.
You think just kind of understanding it and stuff and kind of knowing the courses a little bit more helped you?
Yeah, definitely, because I knew which courses I didn't like and which ones I had to push a little bit harder.
2 years in a row doing football and this, so how did you kind of balance things this year?
Tried to get in weekend runs whenever I could, and some weekend meets I had to sit out because we had football games on Friday.
So what did you think of the course up here today?
I liked it. It was pretty flat, but it's a lot different energy when there's a lot of people.
How'd you battle that energy?
I just thought about how we worked all year to get here, and here I'm at.
What's the memory you're going to take away from the run here today?
Reed beating me.
You guys kind of have a little competition with each other, don't you?
Yep, track and cross country, but good for him. He got me good.
So a little revenge coming up in track then?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I tell you what, great job up here today, man. Appreciate you joining us, and thanks for coming over.
Thank you.